Jesus Christ, lad. You've had us riding all night. Please, tell me we're there. Have no fear. I think we've arrived. Just where I wanted to be. Really? Middle of feck all nowhere. Lad, I think you need to get your eyes checked. Certainly saying something. You have so little faith in me. You think I can't find my way? I think if it were between you finding your way and me finding a feck to give, I'd be more lucky. Ye of little faith. I'll have you know in my time, I have always delivered when promised. Well, I hope for your sake that this pans out. We've invested quite a bit into this here. My dear man, I have been alive for hundreds of years. This is not the first time I've had to organize this sort of endeavor. Yeah, but this is the first time that we've had to come this far for your shenanigans. To be fair, I didn't want you to come at all, Fleabag. And I didn't give two goddams what you thought. I came to make sure this would work for my people. We have a lot riding on this. And you don't think that I do? I think you and your little friend there are just looking for a place even your kind won't discriminate. You are certainly spicy today, aren't you? Extremely. Well, my companion and I are none of your concern. So true, my dear, so very true. Be that as it may, all of this is my concern. Whatever you say. Now, aren't you supposed to be guarding our perimeter? Don't think you can order me around, suckhead. Listen to you. Go on, little puppy. You have work to do. Call me that. Whatever you say. Puppy, he calls me. Puppy, and show him. His... Keep mumbling. Lad, you really ought not to piss the werewolf off. We need him at the end of the day. Why do we need his kind? You keep saying that, but you've profited no real answer as to why. My kind is not nearly powerful enough, nor plentiful enough, to do anything you want to do out here. This little gambit of yours is not to last without his kind. Are you doubting my strength? Nah, but I am doubting your effectiveness in the daylight. At the end of it all, we need him because we don't have you when the sun's up. And, you know, those are kind of important times. What are you talking about? Those Puritan fools aren't ever going to leave their little beachside hovels. They will be far east of us for hundreds, if not thousands of years with the way they're going. Really, lad? You want to take that bet? I'll have you know that when it comes to me and making bets, I always come out on top. Dearest, come now. That was one, maybe two times I've lost bets to you. I think it's safe in assuming that I'm quite a bit lucky. Oh, well, I mean, if we're talking about my greatest luck, of course it's finding you. You know that. Darling, when you've been alive as long as I have, you realize that luck is the word people use when they don't have actual skill. Lad, speaking as the resident authority on luck, our luck has been shite since we've came to this country. I'd like a turnaround. Unfortunately, we're not on my home soil, so don't quite have the power to do that yet. Given time, maybe, but for right now, I'd just as soon make sure we have the werewolves in line with everything else. That'll improve our luck tenfold. Oh, don't get me wrong. The grim bastard that he is quite a bit to deal with, but end of the day, I'd rather deal with him than back there. Those Puritan crazies, there's no doing with them. I know. It's like they expected to escape us by coming to their new world. No. People have been living on this continent for thousands of years before them. You'd think they knew that. Well, unfortunately, I've never credited the Puritans with an abundance of schooling. It is the unfortunate side effect of their personal brand of crazy. That's a right blade way to put it, lad. Isn't it, though? Alright, listen. I'm gonna ride a bit south. There's a tract of hills appears down there. Quite a beautiful piece of land. I got a couple buddies that I think would make beautiful work out there. Raising horses and the such. Are you ever going to tell me who your mysterious buddies and partners are? Being who we are, I'm shocked you're so tight-lipped about it. Lad, if I told you half of the things I know about what I know, the banshees would have me head. Mine's firmly attached to my body, and I'd really like to keep it that way. Oh, but your neck is so delightful looking. Easy there, lad. I might be thinking you'd be trying something else. You and I don't want to tango. Do you really think that I would not stand a chance against you? My friend, don't get me wrong. You're extremely powerful. My power comes from the magic of the earth. Anywhere there's green, I'm powerful. My kind has been known to turn the power of fates left, right, and centre. You don't want to mess about with us. Perhaps I don't. But, well, that's a story for another time now, isn't it? Aye. I'm gonna ride out for a bit. You're right here by yourself. Oh, I'm sure we'll find a way to entertain ourselves. Wouldn't you agree, my dear? Be safe, Sean. I would hate to have to replace you with another plucky Irishman. Lad, I hate you, but I love you all the same. I know you do. Get out of here. Calling me Sean like that's some sort of joke, you right pale git. Come on. Sean is such a fascinating creature, don't you think? Oh, don't get me wrong. He is one of my closest friends, but I have to admit there's an oddity to him. My dear, I'm still surprised you're as comfortable around all of us as you are. You barely batted an eye figuring out that I was a vampire. Yes, well, desperate times call for desperate measures, and desperate measures call for strange bedfellows. Unfortunately, I think in this moment, a leprechaun and a werewolf are my best bets. Oh, yes, well, our benefactor should be showing up shortly. He had to make a pit stop for something. I'm not quite sure what. To be fair, I tend not to ask him too many questions. Well, if we're being fair, and if you promise not to tell anyone I ever said this, he scares the life out of me. Realistically speaking, he scares the absolute life out of me. No, he was necessary. He was as necessary as everyone else. We couldn't stay back east. The Puritans, their prosecutions of us. I heard up north they were attempting to root out witches, as they called it. Well, if you ask me, it was nothing more than the local elders trying to oppress the women of their community, but you know, we couldn't exactly get involved. Because it would have risked the supernatural community as a whole. We came here to escape the persecution of Europe just like everyone else. I didn't expect the Puritans to follow. I'm not surprised. Let's be fair, they're getting kicked out of every decent country on the planet. It was only a matter of time before they showed up here. Yes, well, as much as I don't love riding across this giant swath of land for months on end, I think this was the right decision. We need a place where we can be safe, where our covens can grow. We need to be secure in our ability to live. Well, for now, I'll just take the ability to live. We can build security. We make sure this is going to work, and then we bring everyone out. With all of us here in one place, there is a measure of security that comes with that. With this many supernatural creatures all gathered in one place, we'll be able to hold our own. As much as I don't like admitting Sean is right, he is right. We need the werewolves. We need them to hold our position steady when my people can't. Yes, even if he is an uncultured brute, we do need him. And he was being persecuted out east just the same as all of us. I think it's safe to say that he's more than willing to let bygones be. Well, let's hope for my sake as well as yours. Yes? We should talk about it. This is going to be an amazing plan. I cannot wait. Sean went riding further south. There's going to be ample land down that way. Smoother land, too. We're a bit far north for my tastes here. We're going to need somewhere that we can set up an actual town, a city, in fact. Somewhere where people can meet and live and engage in commerce and trade. Anywhere we seem to go, Sean keeps seeming to look for arable land, places that he and his can farm and grow cattle and horses. He seems very, very adamant about the horses. I don't quite understand why. Perhaps. Sean will keep his secrets. Leprechaun are known for that sort of behavior. I don't think I can blame him. Some of the things from his land are older than any of us could imagine. My dearest, my personal benefactor is one of the oldest vampires I've ever known. Ivan is strong, resilient, and utterly without equal, save, of course, for one. And even he keeps secrets when he needs to. I understand where Sean is coming from because I've seen it firsthand. Yes, well, given time, Ivan will probably join us out here. I think he's just as done with the eastern portions of this land as much as we are. Unfortunately, I think the wolf's people will be out here quite a bit sooner. Thomas and his ilk are very adamant to be here. Apparently, werewolf society is far more rigid than I give it credit for. I sometimes think that's him just pulling my leg, though. I think he wants me to think he's fancier than he is. Why, jealousy, of course. Who wouldn't be jealous of this? My dear, vampire culture and society is just one of those things. People always wish to attain what we are. You already have, my dear. And you can attain it whenever you want. I'm always yours. You only need but ask. And my gift is yours. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Would you two knock it off? You're going to make me sick. And I only just ate. It returned. Did you find a nice squirrel to snack on? Careful. I've never eaten vampire before. And I'll try anything once. Ooh. Such words from you. Maybe I should make you eat them. I'd really like to see you try, Fanghead. Oh, my dearest, step aside. Maybe we don't need his kind after all. Come on, then, you. Why don't we just have this out right now? Because I told both of you to knock this shit off. Did I not? But you must understand. Shh, 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 shh. Elias, I don't have to understand a damn thing. Thomas is here at my request, just as you were and just as Sean was. Do you not remember that? But I don't think you understand. I understand perfectly. But let me tell you something, darling. You don't understand me. Stop pissing my werewolf off. Start figuring out how you're going to contribute to all of this. Do I make myself clear? Of course. Forgive me. Always. Why don't you and your little friend there ride off? Sight this city of yours. Thomas and I have things to discuss. Thomas. Right along now, Eli. Huh. Every time he shows up, always thinks he's in charge. It's because I am, you infernal suckhead. Forgive me, my dear friend. I was away for just a little too long. I think you and Eli got more than a little miffed at one another. Why do you leave me alone with him? I know you can handle yourself. Come now. I wouldn't have brought you along if you couldn't. He makes me so angry. Well, of course he does. You two are mortal enemies. Genetically, you're designed to hate each other. What's genetically? Don't worry your fuzzy little head about it, my dear friends. Tell me what you found. Good land for my people a little farther up. Caves and peaks. Just what we like. I will never understand your obsession with the wilderness the way you have it. Darling, don't you know comfort exists? Comfort not needed. We need the woods. We need to hunt. We need to feel alive in the moonlight. And you will have it. You have my utmost pledge. You know that. Oh, come now, little puppy. Give us a smile. There he is. Come along. Look at this place. Unspoiled, uninhabited. The nearest group of locals was 2 days' ride back, and they seem perfectly lovely. We leave them alone, they'll leave us alone. We can thrive with our people out here.
What if they come from out east?
By that point, we'll have set up enough. We won't even have to worry about them. Stop worrying. Start planning. Your people are going to have a home, Thomas. That's something to be celebrated.
What about you? What are you going to do?
What I always do, my little puppy. I'm going to set up a restaurant. Somewhere people can come eat and drink. I'm going to set up bars and saloons. I'm a creature of pleasure at the end of the day. I always provide pleasure. It's what you love about me. It's what everyone loves about me.
Fine. Boring if you ask me.
Oh, don't worry. I'll still run around the woods with you whenever you want.
This is a nice place. Could be safe.
Our own little haven in the frost. It is a bit cold tonight. Maybe we should retire for the evening, build a fire, wait for the others to come back.
Maybe not vampire boy.
Don't worry. We won't see him for quite a while. He and his little human will be quite engaged.
Disgusting.
Oh, I know. It makes you feel tingly in all the wrong ways, doesn't it? But never you worry. They'll be just fine, as will we all.
Whatever you say, Warden.
Warden. I hate that name. Given to me by humans who thought they were funny for imprisoning our kind.
You showed them though, didn't you?
Yes, I did, little puppy. Yes, I did.
What should I call you then?
I've been giving some thought to that. We've been traveling for quite some time, haven't we? Some would say we've been wandering aimlessly. I don't know. Perhaps that is who I've become of late. A wanderer of sorts. What? Do you like it? Wow. With such a rousing endorsement. Maybe Warden's days are at an end. Maybe what this place needs is the wanderer. Come along now, little puppy. Help me sniff out a good campsite, yeah? Good boy. Come on.